Hey guys, welcome back to the Workplace and Apprenticeship 10 videos. In this video, we're going to be looking at lesson 2 from chapter 2, which is talking about alternative ways to earn money. So there are 4 different ways that we can earn money other than your wage or your salary, at least that we talked about in this lesson. So the first one we talked about was commission, which is usually an amount that's usually expressed as a percentage paid to someone for a business transaction. You can also get paid with a base salary plus some commission. There's also piecework, which is basically you're getting paid for an amount of product produced. So say, for example, you're planting trees, you might get paid $1 for every tree you plant. Then we also talked about contract work, which is a legal agreement that outlines terms, conditions, and payments for work to be done. Then we can also get paid as self-employment, which is usually a person who works for him or herself rather than an actual employer, and then so they can get paid based on whatever wage they wish. So the example that we're going to look at today is example 4 from your notes. And this one here is going to be all about self-employment. So Gurpreet is figuring out what he should charge for repairing the steps on a client's house. The cost of materials would be $785.96, and he will have to hire 2 workers for 8 hours, each at a rate of $12.85 per hour. He wants to earn at least $450 for himself. What should he charge the client in this contract? So the question being asked here is what he should charge the client. And so some important information that we need to know here is the cost of the materials, which is $785.96. He's going to have 2 workers that are each working $8, and the rate is $12.85 per hour. And then we also know that he wants to make $450 for himself. So in terms of determining what he should charge the client for the contract, one thing that's really important here is that he wants to be able to pay off all of his costs, which include his materials and his workers, and then come out with $450 for himself. So essentially all of those costs, including what he's going to pay himself, should be what he's charging his client. So what he should charge should be equal to the cost of the materials plus his workers plus himself. So what he's paying himself there. Okay. So we know the cost of materials was $785.96. Awesome. But we do need to figure out how much he's going to be paying his workers. So step number 1 here is let's first find out how much he's going to be paying his workers. So he has 2 workers, each at a rate of $12.85 per hour. So what we can do is we can find out what it's going to cost for 1 worker and then multiply that by 2 to find out how much it is for 2 workers. So if you remember from last video, to find out how much you're paying, say, a worker in terms of an hourly wage, you take that wage and then you multiply by the number of hours that that person has worked. So the wage was $12.85 per hour. And that worker is going to work 8 hours that day. So if you were to put that into your calculator, you should find that you would get, that one worker would get $102.80. Then what we can do is then we can times this number by 2, because this is how much one worker is getting. So if we times this by 2, this is how much 2 workers are getting. So if you put that into your calculator, what we should find is we get $205.60. So that's how much it costs for 2 workers. All right, so now we know the cost of the materials, we know the cost of his workers, and just scrolling up here. So what he's going to pay for himself is $450, so we have no calculations there, which means that we can just jump now to figure out what Gurpreet is going to charge his client. So step number 2 is to find out what he's actually going to charge. So to find the materials, that was $785.96 plus how much he was paying for the workers, which was $205.60, plus what he's paying himself, which is $450. Put that into your calculator, and what we should find is that Gurpreet should charge $1,441.56. And just to finalize our little question here, remember we need to answer these with a sentence because this is a word problem. So here we're talking about how much Gurpreet is going to charge his client. So turn that question to a statement. So Gurpreet will charge his client $1,441.56. As soon as you write your sentence, then you guys are ready to move on to the next example or move on to your homework. So if you guys had any questions, just come see me in class, or you guys can text me on Remind 101. And thank you guys so much for watching.